Right now on KION News Channel 546, Car Week is nearly here and preparations are already underway.
Plus, a tragedy in Minneapolis where a gas explosion brought down a school, killing at least one person.
But first, two cars smashed into a Watsonville party store, hurting 4 kids inside, and now a teen has been arrested. We're live at the scene. Right now on KION News Channel 5, President Trump minutes away now from laying out his new strategy for Afghanistan.
Plus, new data shows violent crime is up and property crime is down in Monterey County. What some residents are doing to make sure they don't fall victim.
And the sight in the sky that everyone was waiting for, the Great American Eclipse.
This is KION News Channel 546 at 5.
Millions of Americans have been waiting for this, the first coast-to-coast solar eclipse in nearly 100 years. This right here is the moment that Madras, Oregon went dark in the middle of the day as the moon's shadow there totally blocked out the sun. Cities across the 70-mile wide path of totality experienced that same total darkness. Thanks for being with us. I'm Spencer Washburn.
And I'm Amanda Gomez. Across the nation, crowds came out to check out the solar eclipse. Carbondale, Illinois had the distinction of being in the dark the longest, 2 minutes and 40 seconds. The last place to see the eclipse before it disappeared from the U.S., South Carolina.
And for the rest of the country, a partial solar eclipse, except for some reason here on the Central Coast. That's because clouds blocked our view of the solar eclipse up and down the coast this morning. This is video taken inland in San Benito County, where skies are usually clear, but not today. So anyone who bought those special glasses was out of luck in our area.
Yeah, but you can still feel it, though. I can still feel the eclipse. You know, I may not be able to see it, but you can still feel it.
It was nice to be here amongst other people. And we didn't see anything, so it's better to not see anything with other people than by yourself.
Same story there at Santa Cruz. Dozens are outside UCSC hoping to catch a glimpse. Despite the clouds, though, many watched live on their phones.
And not unusual for Marina, but the same problem there, another overcast morning.
But astronomers at one research institute did make the best of this foggy situation. And KION's Paul Dudley is live in Marina today. KION News Channel 546, a New York City police officer and mother of 3 shot and killed on the 4th of July.
I never wish to take anybody's life.
Plus, a man convicted of hitting and killing a Salinas teenager is sentenced during an emotional court hearing.
And 4th of July fires, a home damaged and car destroyed in 2 separate incidents, and why fireworks could be to blame.
This is KION News Channel 546 at 5.
The man accused of hitting and killing a teenage girl in Salinas is going to prison. Thanks for joining us. I'm Spencer Washburn.
And I'm Amanda Gomez. Before we get to that emotional court hearing, we want to begin with a fire that left several people without a home in Salinas, and fireworks could be to blame. This is what the house looked like this morning. It's at the corner of Kia and Market Street in East Salinas. Several people were inside when the fire tore through the roof. Fire crews believe fireworks are responsible.
KION's Paul Dudley live at the scene with more on this investigation. Paul, this is the kind of story we were hoping we didn't have to hear today. Right now on KION, the president's pick to lead the FBI gets grilled in a Senate Judiciary Committee amid the Russia meddling firestorm.
Plus, removing striped bass from the Carmel River for the first time in an effort to protect endangered species.
But first, beachgoers ignoring a ban put in place after a shark attack in Santa Cruz despite a big fine.
This is KION News Channel 546 at 5.
First tonight, an investigation underway right now at Salinas Valley State Prison. An official at the jail says there was an incident in the yard involving multiple inmates. No staff members were involved. It's unclear at this point what started it or if any of the inmates were hurt. The incident has been contained from what we've heard. We're going to continue to follow this, bring you any developments as we learn more. Welcome back. We want to get back to that story that we told you about at the top of our show. At Salinas Valley State Prison, officials now saying they're investigating an attempted homicide that sparked a riot there. Happened about 3 this afternoon when 2 inmates started fighting in the yard. Leading to that riot, about 20 inmates were involved. Officials say staff members quickly stopped the riot and later found inmate-made weapons. 5 inmates did suffer some cuts. 1 had to be airlifted to a hospital. Right now on KION News Channel 546, a shooting investigation in Salinas after a woman walking on a street in broad daylight is hurt.
Plus, breaking down the numbers of officer-involved shootings in Monterey County and how many were drug-related.
But first, the Soledad boy at the center of an Amber Alert, now back home, and the suspect in custody tonight.
This is KION News Channel 546 at 5.
A family reunited tonight after an 8-month-old boy was abducted in a stolen car from Soledad, found hours later in San Jose. Now, the homeless man accused of kidnapping that baby is facing multiple charges after he was arrested in Salinas. Thanks for being here. I'm Spencer Washburn.
And I'm Amanda Gomez. KION's Linda Zhang joins us now live from Soledad with more on this story. Linda? Some breaking news just coming into our newsroom now. Police say a woman who fell off a cliff at Davenport Beach has died. The Santa Cruz County Sheriff's Office says the 20-year-old San Jose woman fell about 100 feet down a cliff just after 4 p.m. The Harbor Patrol and firefighters had a hard time getting to her because the cliff is unstable. This is a developing story. We'll have more coming up tonight at 11.
More evacuations in Mariposa County now, where the Detweiler fire burning out of control just west of Yosemite National Park. It doubled in size overnight, now nearly 46,000 acres. You are looking live right now at that fire. It's led to the evacuation now of a second town, Coulterville. The nearby town of Mariposa is practically empty. About 5,000 people evacuated there. Fire's only 7% contained. Governor Brown already declaring a state of emergency. 1,500 buildings are threatened right now, and more than 2,000 firefighters are there.
When you add in the fact that we're in the foothills, when you add in slopes and grades and the temperatures that we're dealing with, the humidities that we're dealing with, it's a full-on challenge.
Can't emphasize enough how how active and erratic this fire activity is, especially with this fire. It's done stuff that we haven't seen before.
So CAL FIRE says it's hoping for help from the weather as they continue this dangerous fight. Our chief meteorologist Dan Siaga here now with a look at what they can expect out there, Dan. And we have a live look right now at a brush fire burning in the remote area of South San Jose. As of about 4:30 today, that fire had burned roughly 10 to 15 acres, but had the potential to burn about 500 acres, according to CAL FIRE. It is near San Felipe and Metcalf roads. There are a few small structures that are threatened there in that area, and fire officials say they have called for evacuation. Right now on KION News Channel 546, a deadly accident here stops traffic on Highway 101. Plus, a teenager arrested for a shooting at King City High School and where the investigation goes now. And will Maddie Middleton's accused killer be tried as an adult? We're at that hearing that started today.
This is KION News Channel 546 at 5.
It's that murder that shook the Central Coast 2 years ago, the death of 8-year-old Maddie Middleton, and now the teen accused of killing her in Santa Cruz could be tried as an adult. Thanks for being with us. I'm Spencer Washburn. Amanda is off tonight. Maddie's family was in court today, hearing for the first time some of the gruesome details of that violent night. And KION's Linda Zhang was there and has more from Santa Cruz for us tonight. Right now on KION News Channel 546, the FBI director dropping some big news about two unfolding investigations, Russia and wiretapping.
Plus, an abandoned building in Salinas up in flames. Now multiple agencies are left with the tough task of determining what caused the fire. But
first, our top story tonight, talked over the death of a child shot and killed by her father in Capitola before he took his own life. Our concern for us now, we want to get some breaking news out of Salinas. Multiple fire agencies at the scene of a fire there. We're going to show you a live look now of the scene. This is on Lunsford Drive near Natividad Road. Neighbors initially reported a building on fire there, but as you can see, it looks like a carport there caught on fire. Crews still working on hot spots there right now, working to put out some of the cars that caught on fire. We don't know if anyone was hurt at this point. This is a developing story. We have a crew on scene and we'll continue to follow this and bring you the latest developments as we learn more about what happened. We are just hearing from Caltrans tonight that the demolition of the Pfeiffer Canyon Bridge is now underway again. Caltrans says they had more issues with the crane today, but they were eventually able to start demo. It was put on hold for the first time on Monday when the bridge proved to be too strong for a wrecking ball. Coming up tonight at 6, KION's Paul Dudley is going to have more from a student whose school is on one side of that bridge while his home and his dad are on the other side. All across America today, big cities, small towns celebrating America's birthday this 4th of July. Thanks for being with us. I'm Spencer Washburn.
And I'm Amanda Gomez. In Washington, tourists flocked to Independence Avenue to watch the 4th of July parade. In Miami-Dade, another Independence Day parade there. And in Atlanta, 60,000 people came out to run in the largest 10K race in the world.
Vice President Mike Pence traveled to Granville, Michigan to march in the city's 4th of July parade, but it was a brief trip. He's heading right back to Washington to join President Trump and his family at the White House, where they'll watch a fireworks show right from the Truman balcony. Also in Washington, D.C., thousands of tourists are catching a glimpse of the most iconic fireworks display, but it's not all just celebration. It's also about security this year, and Kristen Holmes has that story.